On paper, it's one of the most predictable results in political history. The major parties stepped aside, and instead, 34 other candidates decided to challenge the Reform UK leader. Farage wanted a decisive victory, but the result will still cause some nerves inside Reform HQ. So what does this mean for him and his party now? First, let's talk about the contest itself, which broke literal records. Although the main parties decided not to run, voters in Clacton were handed the longest ballot paper in British political history, boasting a staggering 34 candidates. Farage called this election to prove he's the undisputed man of the people in one of the UK's most reform-friendly seats. But for experts, the real test was all about how he won. To claim a true victory, Farage needed to match his general election tally of over 21,000 votes. That's what happened to Douglas Carswell when he defected as a Tory MP in 2014 to fight a by-election and kept a near-identical majority of 12,000 in the same seat. Anything less, and experts would be arguing that it's a sign of waning support for the Reform UK leader. Without Labour or the Tories in the mix, Farage's fiercest rival ended up being candidate Count Binface. Rupert Lowe's Restore party, a persistent thorn in Farage's side, also decided not to stand. And given they took nearly 9% of the first preference votes in the Greater Manchester mayoralty by-election, Restore could have been a serious issue for Farage if they'd chosen to stand in Clacton. But beating a man with a bin on his head isn't exactly the glorious mandate Farage hoped to parade around. Farage hoped this campaign would frame media scrutiny over his undeclared donations as a witch hunt, giving him a summer soapbox while Parliament was in recess. Instead, the allegations have only multiplied. Because a by-election win doesn't wipe the slate clean, the Common Standards Commissioner will simply resume the investigation the moment he steps back into Westminster. If found guilty and suspended, Farage could face a recall petition and yet another by-election. Although Farage got his win, a hollow victory against a bin-headed rival might be a classic case of winning the battle, only to invite a much tougher war. And when Parliament returns this autumn, the real fight for his political survival will begin.